Okay, Haydon, now it's my favourite part of the podcast, which is hot takes. So, let's get into the first one, which, no, I'm not. I'm going to say if I think it's spicy or not after I say it, but...
Okay.
The race calendar is too static. The teams know everything about most circuits. A minimum of 3 tracks per year should be new or rotating tracks they haven't raced at least 5 years.
Yeah, I think it's a fair point, to be honest. Is it too static? I think we've got a lot of tracks coming on the calendar, so there's a lot of excitement. Okay, I don't like that we're getting a lot of street circuits, but it's still exciting when there's a new track. You're always like, how is it going to be? Because maybe your opinion's going to change straight away. You'll be like, actually, this is quite a cool street circuit. Would it be nice to have it unique every season? Actually, yes, I think so. I think, America's got so many great racetracks that we never go to, like Road Atlanta, Laguna Seca. I guess it could actually be really difficult for one of those cars to go around the corkscrew, but you never know until you get there. Who knows? Some ovals as well. An F1 car and an oval. I think tracks should be unique. I think all tracks across the season should all be unique. Like a Monaco is a Monaco. Like it is a qualifying. It's all about qualifying. Yes, it's a procession on race day, but the qualifying laps are just beautiful, right? So that's that. But we don't need another Monaco. We don't need another slow street circuit. You've got like, I don't know, a Mugello, for example, that is fast flowing and you're always on it. Same to like a Qatar that's like very demanding on a driver. Maybe a bit too demanding last year, make them work for it, but maybe not put them over the edge like Qatar did. But I think, we should be changing it up and we should have a lot of these circuits because so many are signing up that it's like, where do we put them?
Yeah, and I also think, it's good what they say, I think, about rotating it, because if you have like a driver that's, raced there for 10 years, they're going to know that track through and through. Whereas like a rookie comes in and then maybe they've raced it in a different series, but not the same experience in F1. But then I have a point to counteract that, because if the more experienced driver is in a different team, it's a different car, it's a different setup, they need to learn how to drive that car. So they kind of forget a little bit about what they know about the track because it's more about the car than the track. So I'm like, would it make a difference, really? Is it an unfair advantage right now to have more experienced drivers know that? But then they get to grips with it. They do testing and practice. So then I'm like, is that a good point? Or am I counteracting my point already?
Everyone kind of tests the same, don't they? I mean, a new year, your car's going to be either an evolution of last year or you've got a new car. So, it is going to be slightly new every season. Adaptability, that could be something that is definitely tested. We spoke about it last week. Build these circuits so that you can go in both directions.
Exactly.
So you can literally just do a reverse race for 1 year and you do it the other way another year. Like, yes, okay, right now for circuits that are already there, it's not possible because the barriers are put up in a certain way. Fully understand that. But a new track that comes on the calendar, they have to be told, by the way, if you're making this track, you got to go either that way and also this way. So that would, create a unique calendar by still going to same places that they want to go to. Say they, we have to have a race in Vegas because we have to go to Vegas. Cool. Make it so we can go in both directions. So next year, we just do it the other way.
The poor drivers, let me tell you if that happens. No, I actually do think it is exciting when you have new tracks. I know we're speaking about Madrid, and there's been a bit of mixed opinions on that, because I'm sad to see Barcelona go, obviously, but I'm really excited to see Madrid, your favourite place. We know that, like you mentioned last time. You love Madrid.
Again.
So there is that sense of, keeping F1 fresh, keeping it exciting. If you rotate it, it's exciting for the drivers, it's exciting for the fans. So I'm going to rate this hot take. Super spicy.
Pausing. Honestly,
my brain goes,
just can't decide. You're so indecisive. It's
I really
insane.
am.
Super spicy.
Super spicy.
Okay.
So a 5.
So like a Nando's lemon again.
Yeah, for you.
I will go with a 4. I agree with it. I agree with this. I want it to happen now. Is it happening next season? Please?
Should we get it? We'll just speak to some people.
I think, F1's watching this, so
we'll chat to some people. Okay, the next hot take is Piastri will be champion before Russell, Leclerc, or Norris.
Oh, now that is
spicy.
That's that gif or that screenshot from Tangled where all the swords are pointed at Flynn Rider. that's that right now. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, Lando Norris fans, Charles Leclerc fans, all coming for this person at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had a really good rookie season, to be fair to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there were times that he did beat Lando. There were times that Lando was getting a bit, I think, too critical of himself. Makes mistakes. Everyone's allowed to make mistakes. I think Lando was far too critical on himself in some times where he's just like, no, I'm stupid, I'm a rubbish driver, because he's just made a little error. These things happen, you know. Could I don't know. I'm really excited to see how this season will go between those two, because Piastri's in his second season, and I think, you know, he's a really strong driver in a way that I really like. And it's not a case of like, he's very fast, obviously, but he's very smart. He doesn't go for risky overtakes. He's not, you know, just going to be like a late breaker. That's not his, you know, aura. It's about getting, it's kind of like a Prost. Smart. I just need to get to the finish line in the slowest way possible and just pick up the exact points that I need.
Yeah, I think he's like a careful but not too careful of a driver, where he's like, you know, in the middle or at the end of the field. He's like careful enough to not make really bad mistakes. I think though, you can't really judge this yet, because I think when all of them first came into the sport, everyone's like, oh, world champion material right there. We've said it about all of them, and it's only been Piastri's, you know, first season. He's going in, he's still a rookie, obviously. So I'm like, I can only say that after he's had like 3 or 4 seasons, because like we all thought that about Leclerc. Some people still do.
It just sounds like sitting on the fence to me again.
I never ever sit on the fence.
Every time.
No, I think it's super spicy, this hot take, but there's not enough evidence for me yet, because we've said this about all of them when they first came into the sport.
That sounds like sitting on the fence. That's what that sounds like.
No.
That is sitting on the fence. You've got to just get the crystal ball. I'm going to have a look into it. And it's like,
that'll be my New Year's resolution by the end of the year, is to not sit on the fence.
Yeah, I have an opinion
year.
And say it.
But I'm going to rate that hot take. I think that's spicy again, so I'm going to say 4. Would have been a 5 if there was more of a debate for me, but I think I can't debate it yet.
You can't debate it?
Not yet.
I will go, it is spicy. It is a 5. It's a 5. It's off the scale. Yes, okay, you don't have any information to go on, but, you know, if Mercedes don't work, then that's Russell out the equation. If Lewis Hamilton goes to Ferrari, and, you know, that's going to be a battle between Leclerc and Hamilton. Who performs best? If he performs better than Hamilton, got a great shot. If he doesn't, Hamilton's going to steal the limelight. And then Lando Norris versus Oscar Piastri, we're going to get that this season. Norris needs to snap him out a little bit. Be like, look, all right, you're the newbie. I'm old school now, all right? I'm going to show you how it's done. So 5, could it happen?
Spicy.
We're just going to have to wait and see. It could happen for sure.
Give it a few more years. Okay, Haydon, our last hot take is Carlos Sainz will have a better season than Charles, and Checo will not finish this season in a Red Bull seat.
Wow. Okay, let's break down the first part.
You know, the spicy
Carlos
one.
Sainz. Can he beat Charles Leclerc? I mean, he's been very close the last couple of seasons.
Exactly.
And as I say, he is the consistent. However, if Charles Leclerc stops making just these small little errors, which, you know, he's still allowed to make, he's still, in all fairness, very early into his career, if you think about it. I think he's going through a phase that Max Verstappen was going through in 2018, around that sort of time, where just little mistakes were creeping in and little collisions, okay? If he fixes those, learns to drive on the knife's edge that he does, but not over it, could be unreal. Could be absolutely unreal. I mean, his qualifying pace is just insane. So, yeah, if he gets over that, it's a no. But if he doesn't, the consistent driver, I think, in Carlos Sainz will overcome that.
I know. I think the same, to be honest. I don't think they're too like far away from each other enough to be like, 100%. Like one is going to be better than the other. It's still kind of like, ooh, it's a bit tit for tat at the minute. I'm like, it could be. That is a spicy hot take, but I can see it happening. But about Checo not finishing the season in Red Bull seat, are Red Bull going to be rogue and savage like they have been in the past and do that again?
Maybe. I think somebody's still in Checo's seat at the moment, because I can hear slightly a car alarm going off. So if you can hear that, I'm sorry. But Checo's seat is being stolen as we speak. And will he last the season? I think he will. Unless anything massive happens. Unless, I know that his qualifying has let him down last season. And if the grid is a lot closer together, then that's going to be him falling further down the order and having to come through the field a lot more. Could make things difficult. And if, you know, somebody does challenge Red Bull, they might look at that and be like, okay, our Constructors' Championship is, you know, under threat. But I can't see him underperforming so much like a Nick de Vries was to Tsunoda, where
Yeah.
it's like, okay, this clearly, we've given it a chance. It's clearly not working. We're going to need to bring in, let's bring in Daniel Ricciardo, who we have waiting, who we already know is established and is a strong driver. So I just don't think they still have Daniel Ricciardo, but I guess, okay, in the other way as well. If Ricciardo...
Is that you sitting on the fence?
No. If Ricciardo really, really performs...
Yeah.
Then there is that option there so I can see it actually both ways. I can see
You
if
can see it
Ricciardo
happening.
performs incredibly well. Like he is smashing Tsunoda, and it's like, wow, we need to get this guy in the Red Bull as soon as possible. Okay, fair enough, but I'm still saying no.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying there. But I do feel like they will just wait until the end of the season, then bring him in for the next season. Like I don't think because I think Checo is a good driver. Like he's not performing how Max is, and that obviously makes him not look as good in comparison, but he is a really good driver, so I don't think they will get rid of him. He can be consistent. He makes a few little mistakes here and there, and his qualifying at times is not been great.
He's still got P2 in the drivers' championship.
Yeah, he's
and
still getting good results.
As the car's good, if the car is still as good as it was, then there's no need to replace him. I mean, Mercedes made that mistake by getting rid of Bottas in a sense, because it was just so comfortable between Lewis and Bottas. Like they had a comfortable driver pairing, established number one and established number two. Like Red Bull kind of have that at the moment. If they come under threat and you got Hamilton, Leclerc, then you look at it and be like, okay, we need a big shot here.
Yeah, but not for this season.
No,
maybe next. So what are you rating that hot take?
A 4. I'm gonna go 4 on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it can go either way with Carlos and Leclerc. But I think straight no on disagree with the Checo.
Yeah.
So let's bring it down to a 3.
I was thinking 3.5.
No.
No, I'm not.
No,
I was thinking a 3 as well.
3.1?
I think
just a little...
3.0256. If I could have that number, I would. Yeah, I'm going to rate it a 3. It's like, it's a little bit spicy. There's lots of debate for us there, but it's not as spicy as the other ones.
So 3.14, right? Very spicy pie for you.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
The brains over here. Okay, Haydon, that's all we've been chatting about today. Make sure you stay tuned for the next one, and we'll be breaking down so much more news, I'm sure. So we'll see you there.
If you would like to see your hot takes featured on a future podcast, then let us know in the comment section below your spiciest takes, and also over on our Twitter.